You probably didn't notice the first time it happened. You walked through the front door after a long day. Keys still in your hand, shoes still on, and your dog was already there, tail moving, eyes locked on you, the whole body almost vibrating with something you can only describe as relief. And for a second, maybe just a second, you felt it too, like something in the room shifted the moment you walked in. But here's the thing. Your dog was saying something in that moment, something specific, and you understood just enough of it to feel it, without ever really knowing what it meant. That's the strange thing about living with a dog. We share our homes, our routines, our quietest moments with them. And yet we've been having half a conversation this whole time. They've been speaking. We've been listening with our feelings instead of our attention. A wagging tail feels like happiness. That's what we've been taught. That's what most of us assume. But the direction of that wag, left or right, actually reflects different emotional states in the brain. When a dog wags more to the right, research suggests it's associated with positive approach emotions. When it wags more to the left, there's often something closer to anxiety or uncertainty underneath it. The speed matters too. A loose, wide, full-body wag is a dog that's open and relaxed. A stiff, tight, rapid wag at the tip of the tail is a different story entirely. It's closer to alertness, sometimes tension. We've been reading the headline and missing the article. And the tail height changes everything. A tail carried high and rigid often signals arousal or dominance. A tail tucked low or between the legs signals fear or submission. But a tail held at a natural mid-height, moving in that easy, sweeping way, that's the one. That actually means what we always assumed all wagging meant. That's contentment. That's a dog telling you the world feels okay right now. What's remarkable is how deliberate all of this is, even if it's not conscious. Dogs don't decide to wag a certain way the way we decide to choose our words. But their body communicates with a precision that language sometimes can't match. And once you start to see it, you can't unsee it. Take eye contact. A dog staring at you isn't just watching. Prolonged, soft eye contact between a dog and a person actually triggers the release of oxytocin in both of them, the same bonding hormone released between a parent and a newborn child. Your dog looking at you isn't passive. It's one of the most active forms of connection they're capable of. They're not just seeing you. They're reaching for you. But not all staring is the same. A hard, unblinking stare, especially with a still body and a tense jaw, is a warning, not affection. It's a dog saying back away, not come closer. The difference is subtle but real, and it lives in the softness around the eyes and the looseness of everything else. A relaxed dog staring at you looks almost sleepy in their affection. A tense dog staring at something is completely still in a way that feels different in your chest even if you can't explain why. There's a signal even subtler than that, one most people have never consciously registered. It's called a lip lick. Not after food, not when they're thirsty. A quick, almost invisible tongue flick when nothing edible is around. Dogs do this when they're mildly uncomfortable. It's a self-soothing gesture, a small way of trying to diffuse tension before it becomes something bigger. You'll see it at the vet. You'll see it when someone unfamiliar gets too close, too fast. You'll see it when two dogs are figuring each other out and one is trying to say, "I'm not a threat," without making a sound. We miss it almost every time, because it's so small, because we're not looking for it, because nobody told us to. The yawn is similar. A dog who yawns in a situation that isn't sleep-related is usually trying to calm either themselves or something around them. It's a pacifying signal, a way of softening the emotional temperature of a space. Dogs will yawn at each other during tense moments. They'll yawn at their owners when they sense stress or frustration. It looks like boredom. It's actually closer to empathy in action. This is what makes dogs so disorienting to really study. The more you learn, the more you realize how much has been happening just below the surface of every ordinary moment. The way a dog turns their head slightly to the side when you speak isn't just cute. It likely reflects genuine processing, an attempt to isolate and understand your voice. The way they press against your leg during a thunderstorm isn't just clinginess. It's an animal seeking the specific comfort of your heartbeat, your warmth, your steadiness when the world feels loud and unpredictable. Even play bowing, that stretch they do with their chest low and their back end up, is more layered than it looks. It's an invitation, yes, but it's also a kind of reset button. Dogs will often do it mid-play when things start to get too intense, almost to say this is still fun, we're still okay. It's a way of keeping the connection safe. What all of this points to is something that feels almost too big to say plainly. Dogs are not just reacting to us. They are reading us, constantly and carefully, in ways we've only recently started to understand. They notice the change in your posture when you're anxious. They notice the difference between the way you walk when you're about to leave and the way you walk when you're just moving through the house. They notice things about our emotional states that we sometimes haven't admitted to ourselves yet, and they respond. Not with solutions, not with advice, but with presence. With a slow blink, a lean, a paw placed quietly on your knee. A dog lying with their back against yours isn't being lazy, they're being deliberate. They're saying, I'm here. I've got your back, literally. We've spent a long time thinking of this relationship as one-sided. We feed them, we care for them, we interpret their signals when we remember to pay attention. But the truth is they've been interpreting us all along, often more accurately than we interpret ourselves. They've built a language out of the space between words, out of the things we carry in our bodies that we never say out loud. The next time your dog looks at you from across the room, that steady, quiet gaze, don't just assume it's love and look away. Stay in it for a moment, because something real is happening in that exchange, something older than language, something most of us have been too distracted to fully receive. They've been talking to you this whole time. You're just starting to learn how to listen.